Hello and welcome to Trash TV Review. I'm your host, Dwight Gillespie, and as promised, we are going to review Trash TV. And by that, my favorite two that we're going to do, we may venture off into that highbrow Dr. Phil stuff, but for now, we're going to keep it with Maury and Steve Wilkos, which are two of my favorite shows of all time. I tell you a quick story that I didn't do in the intro to this is watching Maury with my son gave me one of the greatest feelings I've ever had. And he was a little guy. His mother hated that I watched Maury with him, right? But we're sitting there watching one of the You Are the Father episodes. And, you know, and the guy, he was all upset because he was the father, right, to this that he had knocked up. And he was upset. And it was like the third one in a row. And my son turned to me. It was one of my proudest moments ever. And my son turned to me. He says, I don't understand why they don't want to be the daddy. You love being my daddy. You think it's great and you love me. He said, I don't understand why they don't want to be a daddy. And let me tell you something, nothing made me prouder than that moment. Like that is probably the single greatest moment of my life when my son realized how loved he was and how much I wanted him in my life, you know, and how important he was to me. So anyway, with that in mind, and no further ado, we're going to go, and I chose this. This is, Are You Sleeping With My Best Friend? Which is always great, you know. We're going to go through this. And this is from the Maury Show. And here we go. All right?
Adam came home to find Treyon almost completely nude with another woman. The woman is her ex-best friend,
Ex-best friend, Stacey. I love it.
Yes.
Now, I got to tell you right off the bat, I'm going to say he's definitely having sex with her. Yeah, she's got that look, that bright orange hair that she's dyed that way. That says, yeah, I'm down. What did they say? DTF. I am DTF. Yep. And he has that look like, so am I. Anyway.
Literally, I got home from work early to surprise him that, like, we were going to hang out, go out to eat or whatever.
Catch him is more like it.
And then I got home, and I just seen her. I got out the car and seen her walking out of the house. She had her head down. She didn't look at me, nothing. She just walked straight to her car.
Now, here's another thing, too. This is what happens when children have unprotected sex. This girl looks like she's about maybe 19, 20 years old. She's still got braces on. These are children in very adult situations. And they don't realize that because they have adult parts, right? They have the adult body parts. They think they have the intellect and maturity to match, but not so.
Then,
your best friend.
Yes, I've been best friends with her for this year would be 7 years. He's seen me. You could tell his heart just dropped. He literally was just standing there, and I was like, so what were you guys doing? We started arguing back and forth, and then he's like, oh, we were just hanging out. I'm like, all right, if you guys were just hanging out, why'd you not tell me? Right. And why would you have her leave? That makes
I wonder why. Now, could it be that he didn't tell her because she's insanely jealous, and any interaction with another woman, even her best friend, is going to cause her to act like a lunatic? I wonder. Sometimes, and women, I can tell you this, men too, if you treat somebody as though they lie, right? If you treat them as badly when they lie as when they tell the truth, they're going to lie, they're going to take a shot, right? My father used to go nuts no matter what. And he would ask my mother all the time, why do these kids lie all the time? And she said, because you treat spilling a glass of milk and getting caught stealing a car as the same crime. So they lie to you because why not, you know? And that's true. Anyway, here we go.
Here's the thing. Now, fast forward, you're with Treyon, right?
Yeah, we
Stacey's
got a
your
baby
friend.
together. We got a baby together, so it's
A
like
baby
how can
together.
You, like,
again,
like
adult
she
parts.
Knows, though. That's the thing. She could have told me as my friend. She could have came and told
Beautiful
me.
child.
They still stayed friends.
Yeah, they're friends, but they don't want to tell me.
In fact,
he accuses me of cheating every single day. I work 8 to 5
Really?
every
Sounds
day.
like
I
a
get home,
marvelous
I take care of the baby,
relationship.
Then he goes to work. He accuses me of cheating. How am I cheating when I'm at work every day and I go home and take care?
But then again, how is he cheating if he's at work every day and then coming home and taking care of the child?
It makes no sense at all.
what about this text message you found?
Oh, right here.
Uh-oh.
Are you coming to get me? Are you coming to get me? He said, yeah, I'm on my way. That was fun.
What was fun? Well, obviously that means they had sex. Probably group sex.
Get past it. Well, if you keep doing it and it's consistent, it's never going to change.
What?
Ironclad logic.
I need a DNA test on Treyon genes.
He wants to sit there and accuse me that I'm having sex with a white man That baby is mixed, first of all. He looked just like
First
him when
of
he
all.
came out, just because he was like really light when he came out.
I hate when people say first of all and they never have a second of all.
Yes, they look alike. When he came out, he looks exactly like him.
And I got to tell you something now. Here. Hold on. Let me let her go through it.
Literally.
Watch this now.
Ears the same,
All right. And I got to tell you something. Now, I watched Maury long enough to know that doesn't really mean anything. The kid can look alike. They can't look alike. That it has no bearing on paternity, right? But you can see this guy's ears are close to his head. The babies are further away. His eyes are like squinting, maybe because he's got the sun in his eyes. The babies are big and round. His nose is pointed. The baby's nose is rounded, right? Like these kids, he says, oh, look, definitive proof. Not so much. No, the baby's got no eyebrows. He's got thick eyebrows. No.
Well, we're going to meet Stacey, of course, in a bit.
Doesn't mean anything, but I'm just saying.
Treyon had something he wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
He don't got nothing to
He don't got nothing to
tell
touch.
me the truth.
Watch this.
Autumn, I love you.
I love
but
the
you
defiance.
need to also accept that I love Stacey as a friend.
As a
I have
friend.
never, ever cheated on you.
I believe him too. He seems real trustworthy.
You accuse me of cheating, it's insulting, degrading, and it also hurts my feelings. I'm a man, Autumn, so a man should be able to do what they want, when they want, and with who they want.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Try carrying that one into a marriage, pal.
You mean everything to me.
Everything.
And I hope that you
You
can
mean
accept
everything
my
is-
friendship with Stacey.
You mean everything to me as long as you let me do whatever I want to whomever I want.
That just sounds so stupid. No.
No.
Here he is.
He's good.
All right.
No.
Treyon,
No.
come on out.
I actually like this guy.
On
Is
the
it-
national television front line.
Look, he doesn't even pay any attention to her. I love it. Look, she's trying to get in his face here, and he's just like, oh, whatever. I'm sure this relationship is going to be very long lasting.
Does he
He
not
just
look
said
like
he
you?
loved you.
Does he not look? Does
Autumn,
that child not
Autumn,
look like
Autumn.
you?
You love her.
Love her.
If he
Love her.
loved me, he would not
I love her.
If
Sure, I
he
love
loved
her.
me, he would not be
And that's why we here, because I did not cheat on
If
you,
you did
bro.
not cheat on me,
All
then
these
why are you
accusations, bro.
accusing
I like how he
me?
calls her
Why are you
bro.
I'm
accusing me
here
if you're not
today,
doing
bro,
it?
because
To
I'm
me,
tired
why
of
are
you,
you
bro. That's
accusing
why I'm
me if
here
you're not
today,
doing
bro,
it?
to tell you
Bro,
the truth.
bro.
I'm
That's
not
white,
cheating.
baby.
I'm
Not
not cheating.
cheating.
You love that little boy?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love him.
Take care of him?
I'll take care of him. I spend every
Yeah, he
penny
takes
on
care
him.
of
See,
him.
now
He's
this
a
is the
good
thing.
dude.
Like, he
He's
seems
not
like a
bad.
decent guy, right? He spends time with his kid. He financially, he takes care of his kid. Like, I know that's what you're supposed to do, but not everybody does. I mean, he seems like a genuinely nice guy who's in over his head. He's in a relationship with a control freak woman. He doesn't want to be, he's too young to be in this relationship. So is she. They're too young to be tied down to another person already. And they're in this relationship and they can't stand it. But they don't know how to say enough. This isn't working out. This one, here, well, let's keep going. Come on.
He's a
I
really
love
good-
him. Even if he's
a
not
good
mine,
dad.
Right.
I'm still
Even
gonna
if
take
he
care of
knows
him,
he
period.
says. Yeah.
I was there for his, I signed his birth certificate. I was working
Right.
for 9 months while
Right.
she was
Cheating on
carrying
me.
him.
Cheating
And I
on
was
me.
there for it, period.
Cheating on
I was
me,
there through
cheating on me.
everything. So I'm still gonna be there.
Cheating
period.
on me.
Okay. So I told everybody about how the three of you all
Yeah.
met up in the beginning, right?
Yes.
You and Stacey were together for a while.
But it wasn't
I
really.
see. So now he had sex with Stacey. That tells me he's probably still having sex with Stacey. But we'll find out. Maybe that's changed. Maybe it's just old hat for him. Who knows?
It wasn't really a relationship. It was just like a on and off fling, I guess.
They were friends with
Now she's
benefits.
your friend.
So we weren't really together. We was
You
just
don't want to give
kicking
up
it.
your friendship
Yeah.
with her.
No, she just cool.
She's your friend.
She's just my
And you
friend.
don't want to give up your friendship with her.
No, she just cool.
Friends
She's
with
got,
benefits.
it's just cool vibes. I like
Just
being
cool, yeah,
around
cool vibe, cool vibes.
If you
Vibing
decent
all over
around
the
someone
place.
with cool vibes, and why aren't you with her? Why is you with me?
Because I love you.
Why is you with me?
I love you.
Yes, I see we graduated high school and everything.
You're with me because I had your child. That's it.
That's not what I was saying. That's the only thing you listen
That's
to.
the only reason
Because
he's
that's
with
the
you,
only
honey.
thing that you talk about. You talk
That's
about
it,
the baby.
because he loves
And
his
then
son,
if
he doesn't
wanna
love
talk
you.
about something else, you go to
This is
something
something that
else.
you cannot come to terms with. He doesn't know how to leave her because he doesn't want to leave his son. All right. This is my opinion. Just my opinion. He don't want to leave her because she's a shrew, right? Because she's on top of him like stink on, and he can't even breathe, right? and maybe for good reason. She may have her reasons. We'll learn that later on because there's going to be a DNA test and a lie detector test in this, right? So we'll find out.
Look how you is
You go
now.
to her.
I can't come and talk to you about anything.
Anything,
There's
nothing.
certain stuff that I can't
Right.
talk to you about.
But you
bro.
can
I can relate this to my own life in this, in that I remember I would come home from work and I couldn't even have a conversation. It was like, yeah, I was in an office today. Oh, it was a horrible job. What kind of office? Well, I don't know. It was a lawyer's office. Were there women in there? What? It was dirty. It was a horrible job. What? Oh, so there weren't women? You didn't, so it became a thing where I couldn't talk about anything because anything I talked about got related to, well, what women were there? What did they look like? What did you say? Like, so why bother, So yeah, I talk to other people because I can't talk to you. Again, if this is the way you're going to treat me with every conversation, that's not worth it.
I can't, bro. I
What is
can't.
the problem with
Why?
me?
Because
Because-
I'm not gonna get accused if I talk to her about it.
There you go.
I'm not gonna get yelled at.
She found the stuff
See,
that I
see,
did, she
see?
would accuse you too.
But it's constant.
So
And maybe he is
what was
screwing
going
them out.
on when she came out of the house?
Explain.
First of all, I'm in the comfort
Explain.
of my own home. I'm not gonna wear no clothes, period.
I like that. When I'm in my own home, I'll dress the way I want to dress. Now, I can imagine that, and I want you to think about this, right? Because as a dude, I'm going to tell you right now, if this guy came home, right, and she had a male best friend that she used to kick it with, right, and he comes home and she's sitting in her bra and panties in the living room with her male friend there, who she's not having any more sex with. And he goes, and he says, "What are you doing sitting around in your bra and panties?" "Well, I can dress however I want when I'm in my house. This is my house and I'm helping pay the bills, so I can dress how I want." He would have a problem with this. And look, do unto others as you have them do unto you, right? And that's that right there. Like, there's no way he would put up with that. So why should she? And I'm with her on that one.
Period. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some shorts on if somebody come over.
You want to be comfortable at home, right?
Yeah, I'm being comfortable at home. She afraid
Comfortable
it's
at
not
home.
sexual. Everything
So
don't
put
have
some
to be
clothes on
sexual,
when a
period.
girl comes
Even if it's a
home.
girl, it don't have to be sexual.
Okay.
It don't have to
everybody,
be
here's
sexual.
Stacey. Stacey.
It does. And I'm going to tell you this, fellas and ladies, right? Here's a fact about men. I'm going to tell you right now. If your man has a female friend, right, and they're good friends, he's thought about having sex with her. He's pictured it in his mind. I don't care if there's an age difference. I don't care about the relationship status. I don't care about the attraction factor. If he is friends with a female, he has thought, if he's a heterosexual man who enjoys sex with females, he has thought about having sex with her. Even if she's a beast, it doesn't matter. He's thought about it. It's crossed his mind. Not that he's going to act on it, but it has definitely crossed his mind. And that's just a fact. That's just the way it works. And I'm looking at this girl, and I got to tell you something, just judging on looks alone, right? I see this girl, and this girl kind of looks like a freak, and the other girl looks a little more reserved. I bet this girl is 10 times better than the little blonde girl in bed. Like, I'm just going by looks alone. But she looks with the bright orange hair and all that shit. She looks like, like you. Anyway, we won't get too graphic, but she just looks like she'd be some fun in there, Anyway, let's go. We'll move on. Here she goes. No. She said, no. Yeah, cat fight. And he loves this stuff. You look at him. And this man he has definitely pictured having sex with the two of them together. I'm telling you that right now. Because I'm thinking of it right now, and I haven't even been in the situation. I can tell you. That looks like fun. Anywho. Yeah. Hit her. Yeah.
We've been best friends for 7 years. You could have came and told
And
me.
he just sitting there, just taking it all in.
Even if he didn't want to tell me, you're my best friend.
Oh, best friend.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Sounds like she's his best friend, too.
Oh, I'm hanging out with him. I'm gonna go hang out with Trey. I'd be like, okay, that's fine, as long as you told me, but you're doing it behind my back.
Right. She's claiming now that all he would need to do is tell her the truth, and it would be fine. Now, I want you to bear in mind that this is what she does when he doesn't tell her what she deems to be the truth. She drags him on national television to take a lie detector test, right? This is because he's claiming he's telling her the truth, yeah? And she doesn't believe it. So no matter what this man says, this is going to be the reaction. Because he says, I am telling you the truth, right? And she says, no, you're not. You're lying to me. And therefore, I'm going to drag you onto national television. So she's claiming here, like, if you just tell me the truth, it'll be fine. No, it won't. No, it won't. Because here you are. You're on national television making a fool out of yourself, right? For a man who just obviously doesn't want to be in this relationship. Maybe he does. Part of him does. Part of him truly loves this girl, I'm sure. But they're too young. They're too young for this commitment. He's committed to his kid. Be happy that you have a man who wants to take care of his child and who loves his kid and who's there for his kid. But that's not good enough. You want total control. And it ain't going to work. Watch. Let's see how this all ends. Now, I'm going to guess. My guess is that he is still banging this young orange-haired girl, right? But I'm also going to say that he's also the father of the blonde girl's kid, right? That's my guess at this point, okay? So let's see how this all pans out.
Multiple times, so I have been your best friend for 7 years. Why would you suspect
7
that
whole
at all?
years. I got
Because
underwear
you're
older
sitting
than
there
that.
doing it behind my back. No,
Behind my back.
I didn't say anything to me.
Now, it obviously isn't behind her back because she knows about it. How can it be behind her back if she knows about it?
To hang out together, I have to call you when I'm going to y'all house.
Do you think
Y'all.
that Trey is the father of Treyon?
That's on a ship.
Absolutely.
Have you told him that?
Yes, of course I have.
Do you
And he
think
still
that he's
don't believe me.
ridiculous to think that he's not the father?
Yes, I do. They look identical, literally.
Not
Look at their
identical.
face.
No, I disagree.
So you're telling me this
There's similarity, but no. Ears are different, nose is different, eyes are different. I do believe it's his kid,
Putting out a feature.
but this
Look
is
at your eyes. First of all, I have
Yeah,
hazel
he's
eyes.
right. He's right. The jawline, the chin is kind of similar. I like that shot of her, and I love the boots.
Your hairline is
No
the same.
features.
Y'all got a
We
genetic
have no
hairline.
features.
We're going to settle this
Genetic
right now
hairline.
in terms of the DNA, all right?
Please.
Okay.
Here we go.
In the case of 10-month-old Treyon Jr., Treyon, you are the
Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Good for them, right?
Now,
Which he pretty much knew anyway, and he is a good father. He's taking care of the kids, so that's a good thing anyway. He kind of knew it was because very few men are going to be willing to take care of a child they really in their hearts believe is not theirs, and he does. He's a good dad. She said that, and he really does love his kid, right? So here we go. Here's the good shit, right? Here we go.
sabotage Autumn and Treyon's relationship. You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Woo! So I don't know if you caught that, but he's not sleeping with the orange-haired girl, which kind of surprises me. So maybe I'm wrong about her acumen in bed. I don't know. Or maybe, like I said, maybe he just figures that's all played out. But here we go. Let's see if Treyon has anything else up his sleeve here. Come on. That's why she says, that's one. That's one. I love it.
That's one. Let's see.
And
Did
she
you
seems
sleep
happy.
with Treyon while he and Autumn were in a relationship. You said no. The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
You were telling the truth. And Maury seems as surprised as I am, right? You are telling the truth.
You shouldn't do that.
I told- So basically, she's saying he isn't even good enough for her to fuck anymore.
Okay.
Has Treyon ever made a sexual advance towards you? You said no, Stacey, and the lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
And that's kind of sad. I got to be honest with you, because she's not a bad-looking girl. Like,
During your relationship with Autumn, did you sleep with any of the women you text messaged? You
and here's a big question.
said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
That was no.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
This is my favorite part of these lie detector tests is when they want to pick and choose the answers that are accurate or not. Yeah. The first part was accurate when it said that I never hit on this one over here. The rest of this is a lie.
No, they're not.
I know what I did and what I didn't.
Exactly.
When Autumn said
Yeah,
you stayed out
so
all
does the lie
night, did you
detector.
sleep with another woman? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Ladies, if your man is staying out all night, he's having sex with somebody. Like, that's ridiculous. Well, why did you stay out all night? Well, because I was kidnapped and left for dead somewhere, and then I came home. No.
Do you let your phone die to cover up the fact that you slept with other women?
Of course
You
he
said
does.
No, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Really?
Really? And she's so surprised. Like, this is all stuff that she kind of figured anyway. And she's all surprised. Really? 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 You hurt me. Like, come on, man. What are you, an idiot?
To me.
During your
You're gonna do
relationship
that
with
to me?
Autumn, Did you sleep with any of the women you talked to on Snapchat? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
You got to be kidding.
Finally, Ralph, did you accuse Autumn of cheating to cover up the fact that you cheated with another woman?
Yeah.
You said no, and Ralph, the lie detector test determined
That was a lie.
That was a lie.
Really? That low?
Wait a second.
So all the times you
Ralph,
He has something to admit to you. The girl from Snapchat.
Come from
Go
Snapchat.
ahead.
I had sex with the girl from Snapchat.
Oh, no shit. Really?
You would do that to me?
You would- and even so, now, 2 minutes ago, they say, I said, oh, yeah, did you? I said, the lie detector said it. And then when Ralph confirms it and he says, really? You did that to me? Like, yes, he did that. For real. You poor girl. You poor stupid girl.
While I was pregnant with him and I was at home.
Right.
and
Let's
I was
heap
begging
some
for you to
guilt
come
on
home,
it.
and you're gonna sit
Begging.
there talking about I'll be home in a little bit.
Oh. See, and here it is, folks. Again, this is what happens when children have sex, unprotected sex. So if nothing else, this is a great advertisement for condoms, right? And for birth control and for Norplant and all these other things that you can do to stop yourself from having children with people who are not prepared to have kids. And we're going to do other videos in the future that'll show you what happens when you don't screen your potential partners better. Right? What happens when you have sex with people who have children who don't take care of them to begin with, right? We'll do that in a later one. But I thought that this was a really good video for us to start on. It gives you some ideas of what people are thinking or not thinking when they get into this, and what it's like to be in a relationship with somebody who obviously you should not be in a relationship on either part, right? Because she's just controlling. It's so difficult. And I see this so many times, like when you have infidelity in a relationship, right? First of all, I think that infidelity in itself shows that you have a problem. Like there's something amiss in that relationship. But what happens after that, after the infidelity is, unless you're very healthy people, right, and you really understand forgiveness and all that other stuff, it makes it so hard to live with that. More times than not, infidelity signals it's time to end this relationship. Because especially when you look at people like this, right, because he's accused her, she's accused him. And I think in the end, it said, he just accused her because he was trying to cover up for his own infidelities, right? So what happens is this, she knows for a fact that he cheats now. She knows this. And so now it's what? It's you're going to be under her thumb. She is going to want you to account for every minute of every day. I've been through that. I've lived through that. It's horrible. Whether you're doing something or not, it doesn't matter. If you have to come home every day and stand for inspection, and I remember, with my ex, she says, you told me that last Saturday at 8:17 at night you were at Johnny G's house and that you were playing poker and you sat here. Who sat next to you? I don't remember. And motherfucker, she does remember, and you better remember too, because this isn't that she didn't remember. This is a test, and you better pass it, right? Because if you don't pass it, you're in trouble. If you don't pass it, you're never going to forget about it, right? So when you live under that, and it can't be easy on her end either, where every time her mate is out of her sight, she gets that churning, horrible feeling in her gut, like, where is he? Who's he with? What's he doing? And the idea of the unfaithfulness itself, like the act itself, it isn't the idea that somebody slept with it. It's picturing it in your mind, like somebody being that intimate with another person. Like you love this person, they're intimate with you. And in those moments, like you have that passion and that feeling together. And the idea that they are betraying you by sharing that with another person is just unforgivable, right? And we'll get into that too later on with other stuff about not asking for that information ahead of time, because I think that's another big mistake people make. But anyway, I want to thank you for tuning in today. Again, like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, right? Share it with your friends. This is a lot different. I do want to tell you that you may want to go over, if you like this video, we have another channel. It's called Change Your Life. And you can do that. It's on YouTube as well. We have it on other platforms. It's another podcast that we do, which is very different than this one in some ways. But it is ideas on how to improve your life. This, again, is just a reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Dwight Gillespie. I enjoyed bringing it to you today. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon. Be well. Bye now.